Hi everyone, today we're back with a tree services company. It's an early start to my day here in Griffin, Indiana. I already stopped by the shop to get the truck and trailer. Here I got the 05 Duramax here with the cat skid steer. Today guys, we have a pretty big tree cleanup job here. A tree fell on an RV and we have to remove a few other trees at the property. So we have the bucket truck and the wood chipper meeting us over at the project. So why don't we hop in and head on over. Like always guys, there's a full mods list link down below. And if you end up enjoying today's video, help me out by hitting the like button. This spring guys, the tree company has been super busy here. There's been a lot of tree cleanup with some spring storms and just people wanting some trees removed after the winter season, especially with the heavy snow we got. Trees did fall down quite often and all over town. But like I mentioned guys, a tree fell on an RV here, so this is going to be a pretty big one for us to get cleaned up. Hopefully there's not too much damage to the RV here, but driving this Duramax guys, this is actually one of my favorite trucks in the farm sim game. This actually just came in recently. I'm just a huge fan of this generation here. Pretty sweet truck, and you guys can see, although it has 109,000 miles, this thing definitely has a lot of ways to keep going for us. It's been quite some time since the previous episode here with the tree company, so it's great to be back here at it, cleaning up trees in town. You guys can see we are just now arriving. Looks like the other workers are here, which is great. And I brought the skid steer because this is going to save us quite a bit of time with a grapple. And then we'll also be doing the stump removal here for it. But let's tour the job, see exactly what we're going to be doing. Look at that tree. Wow, that is a super tall pine tree here. And oh, look at that. It looks like another tree split in half here. Fell on this RV. Wow, that is one fancy RV here. And that is going to be a bit of a problem. That's going to be a lot of damage now that I look at it, because that is a really big tree here. So what I first want to try to do guys is I want to see if we can get this cleaned up off the RV here. And I'm thinking it might be easiest for us to actually back the bucket truck in and bring the wood chipper right over here. I do have permission from the customer, so let's do that quick, and then we'll get the bucket out here and we'll get the wood chipper turned on then and just get right to clean up these trees. For the bigger logs, we will be using the skid steer here, but for some of these that look really small, I think we should be fine here. But being able to drive back here is really helpful. Luckily, we didn't get too much rain recently, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. But actually, I think right about there should be good. Alright, we're going to be getting the wood chipper fired on up here. This thing is super loud, but hey, we are going to be needing it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to cut this up into small pieces here, and then we'll just put it right in the chipper. Now, I really don't want to cut it too many times here, and it looks like, oh, this is going to slide right off the trailer here. Let's see if we could do this first, and then we'll see if we get it cleaned on up. It looks like this RV, guys, is actually parked on a gravel pad here, so this must be where they store it off the driveway, and a little bit easier here for the homeowners. But you guys can see it's a little tricky trying to remove this here. Why don't we pick this up? Let's see if we can pick this up, bring it right off here. So it looks like we aren't putting any more scratches in the RV, which is good, but wow, we'll have to check out the damage as well here. But why don't we get going on putting these in the chipper here. Sometimes the chipper takes a little bit of time on some of these bigger pieces, but oh yeah, you guys can see it's going right in and then right in the back of the chip truck. This is a lot easier, a lot more efficient than trying to use a log truck here. And right now, we actually are in high demand for bark mulch, and the supplier we dropped this wood chippings off at turns it into mulch here, so it works out for us, and that is pretty cool here. But we're just keep on loading this and getting this tree cleaned up. Alright, with that cleaned up, I do want to get this cut down here. So let's see here. I think right about here we'll stay about 4 or 5 inches off the ground here. Don't want dirt getting in the chainsaw, but we'll just use a stump grinder to get that cleaned up. And timber! That is so much fun having the tree fall here, but trees, guys, are so unpredictable, and that is part of working tree removals. You don't really know, even though you want it to follow a specific direction, it might not end up doing that. And that is always something you have to watch out for here. But we'll put these through, and then actually, we got to get the truck moved here because this tall tree, we're going to be moving the truck back to the street here because, like I mentioned, this probably 50-foot high tree, we're going to be cutting down. We're up in the bucket truck now, just trying to get in position here as close as we can to the tree here. I really do like being up here. I mean, it's a different perspective being up here, just so tall here, but it is this one here. Let's see. Oh, wow, there's probably still another 15, 20 feet up there. I don't really want to go too high since I really don't want to be maxing it out, but right there should be good. Alright guys, let's get to cutting this down here. This should fall, if we'll cut it this way just a little bit, it will fall right in the open grass area. Perfect, fall straight down and just in the other branches there, but we'll just keep getting this lower down. We'll probably cut it in 6-7 foot pieces. I think that's the last of it here from up in the bucket. We'll get back on the ground here and we'll get this last 10 feet cut here. But the bucket truck makes that so much easier. Otherwise, we would have to climb up the tree. Alright, we should be all set there. Now, to make it easier like we did earlier, we'll just get the wood chipper backed in here. But let me know, guys, would you like me to do more tree services videos just like this? These are a lot of fun here. Definitely a little bit different than the landscaping, some of the other series we do, but this is always a lot of fun here. So we'll get right here to chipping these, and then we'll get to stump grinding. Today we did a lot of chipping here. I mean, just look at all the wood chips in there. That is awesome. But why don't we hop on the skid steer here, and then we'll get to getting these stumps taken care of here. That way, they are out to sight for the customer here. Now, the only other way to really do this is to bring a mini excavator, dig up the stumps, but that is a lot more work here. That's a much higher cost to the customer, and they just asked us if we could get them with the stump grinder here. I said no problem, and this will only take us a little bit of time here, just a little bit back and forth here with a stump grinder just like this, you guys can see. And I mean, this stump grinder works great here. This skid steer is a perfect combo. It's not too big but it has enough power and it gets the job done here for us, which is what we want here. Now, the visibility is also great here. One thing I should probably get is some protection for this door here, maybe a little bit stronger glass or something like that, because wood chipping, stump grinding, things do come up into window a few times once in a while, but as you guys can see, there we have it. So job well complete. I'm going to get the skid steer back up on the trailer. We'll get on to the next tree cleanup job, and that is going to be it here. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next one and subscribe for more.